That is the band next door, not realizing that they're playing here too.
Oh, God.
That's okay.
We go outside.
Oh yeah, we're hot. So I was at a friend's house in Phoenix, and I picked my daughter up from the airport, and he let us stay at his house that night. And we were having a jam, and he handed me this ukulele and said, "Here, it's yours." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I get to play this tonight." And he goes, "No, it's yours.
Wow.
You're taking it home. I'm lending it to you as long as you want it, as long as I get to play it once," which I've already fulfilled that requirement. So yes, this ukulele that I never could have or would have even, I didn't even know it existed, this one. And here it is in my hands. I know. So I find when I play, I feel that extra something. Having said that, I'm going to start with a song that the premise of it might sound like a downer. And that is, it's kind of about current events, but I was trying to be hopeful, and it's called Sing a Hopeful Song. And if you do listen to the CD, at the very end of this, my daughter does harmony. At the very end, she does what I was hoping she would do, but didn't tell her to do it. She hits this note. It's like, yeah. I travel a lot, and one thing I've discovered is the human body is amazing, especially mine, because I am allergic to something everywhere I go. Every day, the news gets more and more overwhelming. There's more us versus them instead of united. We stand, the divide is growing. One side cries while the other laughs. Both sides talk, neither side listens. The ones who are losing are of you are wondering where I'm from, I don't have a permanent residence except for tax purposes. And that would be Arizona, which is where my driver's license is from and my car is registered and stuff is in a storage unit off of I-17. My mail goes to Denver to my kid, one of my kids who I trust to open it. She's also the one who I learned a year or so ago can still forge my signature, which came in handy when I got a check. She refused to tell me what exactly she acquired that skill for in high school. But that's okay, because I've never told her everything that I knew she did that she doesn't know I knew. So we both have our little things. So a couple of years ago, I was in Phoenix at a songwriters, I guess just I don't know what they call it, a gathering. That's the word when they don't know what else to call it. And they had a song challenge where if you wanted to, you could write to a prompt. And the prompt was on the other side of the world. And that's where this song came from. And in terms of song structure, it's structured but not the usual verse-chorus thing. On the other side of the world, I wonder if there's someone like me. And is she wondering if there's someone like her? On the other side of the world. The sun rises, the sun sets, the moon waxes and wanes. Waves sweep sand in and out of the sea. Here and on the other side of the world. On the other side of the world, I wonder if there's someone like me, who looks like me, sounds like me, and likes to do the same things I do. On the other side of the world. Gravity holds us down, yet birds can fly. We all need water and food to survive. Somehow flowers manage to bloom among stones. Here and on the other side of the world. On the other side of the world, I wonder if there's someone like me. And is she wondering if there's Thank you. So I travel a lot because a couple of years ago I looked at I'm old enough to, I looked at my finances and said, okay, so if I'm taking this from my 401k and I'm gonna get Social Security in a couple of years, why am I still working a part-time job and paying rent when I could pay that rent in chunks as I go? And so that's when I sold my stuff and put stuff in storage. That's like, you can't get rid of that, my kids who have no place to put it yet said. And so that's when I started traveling. And this next song is not about that, but it's about how much sleep I need, because I'm a senior, and they say you need less sleep as you get older. No. If you notice how a lot of senior citizens take naps, that's because they need sleep. So this song is called 8 Hours. And it's very sing-alongable. And I've learned that 40-somethings get more sleep than I do. They need their 8. Like my nephew's wife is like, oh my God, that song is my anthem. It's like, okay. That's because they get up at like 5 or 6 in the morning for these jobs, and I'm like, what? So, this is 8 Hours, and if you noticed, I didn't really look at the words for the other songs because I can remember them. This is one of my senior moment songs. We'll see what happens. So if you're a ukulele player in the beginning one, this is called Shucking. Some people call it chunking. I don't care what you call it, honestly. It took me forever to figure it out, which makes no sense, because it's the perfect thing for somebody who often misses where their hand is supposed to go. And it starts with the chorus, so it's easy to pick up. 8 hours. I need my 8 hours. Not 6 or 7. I need my 8 hours of sleep. Anything less feels like an all-nighter. My body clock goes out of whack. It takes me about a week to recover. Well, I'm old, I don't have time for that. 8, that's your part. Hours. I need my 8 hours. Not 6 or 7. I need my 8 hours of sleep. Not enough sleep, and I get out of bed with baggy eyes and my thin hair flat. I need to take a wake-up shower so I don't start acting like a crabby old fart. You're supposed to go too late. But I need my 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours. Not 6 or 7. I need my 8 hours of sleep. Well, my thoughts, they don't know when to stop. They keep me awake and then they wake me up. And the older I get, the more I need water, then my bladder wakes me up. Every few hours, my kids told me that's TMI. I don't know. Well, I like my age and the freedom it brings. I could sit around all day and just do nothing. But I figure while my body still works, I should try to do everything I once put off. Which is why I'm here in Missoula, Montana, because I've never been here. But to do that, I need my 8 hours. 8 hours. Not 6 or 7. I need my 8 hours of sleep. By the way, if you're singing along, nobody can hear you, so don't worry about it. Well, it might be state of mind, but my mind's slower, and the less sleep I get, the more I act older, and I can't find my phone, I can't find my keys. Then I babble like a fool to whoever I see, and that's why I need my 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours. Not 6 or 7. I need my 8 hours of sleep. Let's do that again. Yeah, 8 hours. I need my 8 recorded it, I added a harmony very similar to that. I added a whole bunch, but in fact, I added so much harmony that when I asked my daughter to add to it, she goes, "No, you got it all." I wanted your voice. So now that I played an upbeat song, I'm going to play a song I wrote when my mom first started realizing she was losing bits of her mind. Dementia is not kind to the person who has it or the people around them who wonder what they realize after a while. But I wrote this song. I used to have these phone calls with her, and some of this song comes from stuff she said. This is written in her voice, and some of it is stuff that she had told me over the years. That I have 3 brothers, and one of them got highly insulted because he didn't know some of this stuff. Well, you're not the girl. I'm sorry. But she was really seriously into rock and roll, and I grew up in the 50s and 60s. And I grew up with the AM radio on in the kitchen, and Herman's Hermits, and the Beatles, and the original the old Rolling Stones, and the Animals, and you guys know what I'm talking, Gary Lewis and the Playboys and all that stuff. Anyway, and she was also into Jerry Lee Lewis and all the Chuck Berry and all that. Which, well, you'll know why I'm saying that to you at some point in the song. But you can hear the doo-wop, right? I've been married for 66 years. Yeah, they were mostly happy years. Sometimes I feel like I'm spinning my wheels down a one-lane road called time. I think about dead relatives and friends. I hear their voices in my head, but I can't remember what you just said, and that makes me feel so sad. So he doesn't put up much of a fight. thank you. I realize I have been telling you the names of these songs that you've never heard before. That one was called Destiny. I guess it's because when I go to shows and people say, and the next song is, after a while I'm like, oh God. So as I mentioned, I travel. By the way, I did this not to see the words of the song, but to see the title. Oh yeah, that's okay. So I've over the past, I think it was January 31st of 2024, so that's like 2.5 years, right? That's when I stuck the stuff in storage and hit the road. And I started with a month or 5 weeks here and a month or 5 weeks here, and then summer came, which is music festival time, and it's like, oh, I want to volunteer at this festival, and then this one, so it was a week or two here, a week or two there, and it was exhausting. But I did it through like November, and then I got a little smarter in year 2 and did 2 weeks here. Then my dad passed away, and that made me be very stationary for 2 or 3 weeks. So this is my year again where I'm doing the Let's Be Stupid and go somewhere different every week. I was in Ogden last weekend, I'm in Missoula, and then I'll be in Salt Lake on Monday, and I don't know, Boise's Monday, Salt Lake isn't, anyway. But they say to write what you know, and this is one of my leaving songs. I have coming songs, leaving songs, some people write love songs, I write, okay, I'll miss you guys songs, meaning generic, the people I meet along the way. Speaking of which, shout out to Josiah, because I saw there was a ukulele group that met in town, Patricia, and I thought, oh gee, I wonder if I could do a show in this space, and he said yes. So yeah, so that's why I'm here. This song is called Before I Go. The chorus is very sing-alongable. As I said, I played kids' music for probably 20 years, and I'm not used to singing to an audience. I'm used to singing with an audience. As much as I love singing my songs to you, when you just randomly start singing along, yeah. And Malvina Reynolds had this song where she said something like, if you don't know the music, you'll quickly pick it up and you'll just find yourself a word, and if you don't know anything, you just do la la la. And you know what? Whatever you sing along is fine with me. If I see you singing along, that's it. So it's called Before I Go. It's a leading song. And yes, stuff in the song. This is all based on fact. Before I go, I need to check my suitcase. Make sure I didn't leave my favorite shirt. I did. And that the mouthwash is in a Ziploc bag in case it leaks, like the one I brought. Before I go, I need to memorize the sound of your laugh and the curve of your smile. And here's the chorus. It's almost time. Just keep repeating that phrase until I don't. And it's almost time. It's almost time. It's almost time for me to go. Yeah, it's almost time. It's almost time. It's almost time for me to go. And before I go, I need to say thank you and hug you tightly if you'll let me. Say something about staying in touch in a way that tells this is the life I choose, and I'm happier now than I've ever been. And as I go, I know I'll do this again and again with someone else, somewhere else. And I hope I gave to you as much as you gave to me. And it's almost time, it's almost time, it's almost time for me to go. It's almost time, yeah, it's almost time, it's almost time for me to go. And I'll whisper goodbye again when I'm miles down the road. Before I go, I just got through my shameless plug. That one's actually gotten radio airplay, believe it or not. I mean, one is a station a friend of mine is a DJ on, but that's okay.
Whatever it takes.
She played it. So I don't care. So I've been doing a lot of stuff that I wrote. I'm thinking maybe I should do something you might recognize. Then I'm looking at my list and saying, oops, I didn't put it on. Okay. So I came to the ukulele group last night and I mentioned, you know, that kazoo goes pretty well with ukulele. So does harmonica, but I'm just, you know, this is more fun. So I used to play the intro to this song, and no, I'm purposely not telling you the name. I used to play the intro on the ukulele. And then I thought, but people tend to enjoy it more on the kazoo. I don't know why, maybe it sounds more like a trumpet. That was your one hint. Okay. And by the way, this song was not written by Johnny Cash, it was written by June Carter before she married John. She wrote it with Merle Kilgore. And it was originally released by June's sister, Anita Carter, before history was made by the Man in Black. By now you know the song. So yes, if you're a ukulele player, this one is way fun. Key of G. Imagine a room full of ukuleles in harmony. Sing along to the whole song if you want to. I don't care. I kind of folk-ify it and slow it down. Love So having played kids music, I don't think I've played this probably at least 10 years. All the raindrops. I like, my kazoo and I go way back. How are we doing? I tend to speed through my set, which I shouldn't do. You guys are such good singers, though. All right, we'll go serious and then we'll do another. Well, yeah. Okay. So, a friend of mine who, by the way, I have a Zoom friend here, Linda, who I met in a Zoom box on ukulele jams, and we met in person today. Oh my God!
Wow.
And she drove down from
Kalispell.
Yes. Zoom friends, ukulele friends are the best. But during the pandemic, I would do these Facebook Live things where I would just sometimes go for an hour and a half, and people that I sort of knew became very good friends of mine, and they would put stuff in the comments. And one of those was a guy named Nick, who's I lived in Memphis. This is my bicycle co-op t-shirt from Memphis. That was why I wore this tonight, because solidarity with community bike shops that do the good work. And I went there and helped, take apart bikes a couple of times. But anyway, this one guy, Nick, in Memphis, who's a magician and does all this he's amazing. And I worked for the library and I had hired him a bunch of times, but he started watching my Zoom stuff and he told me at some point his grandpa's favorite song was Wabash Cannibal. And I noticed he shared stories about his grandpa. They were really close. His grandpa passed away, and his grandpa had owned a farm. And so he put this post on Facebook talking about how he and his dad went down to the farm for what would probably be the last time. And he had all this stuff in there, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is a song. So I, did what we all do on Facebook. I messaged and said, can I take your story and make it into a song? And to make it even better, it turned out his grandpa had lived in the Chicago area and was known as Farmer Bob, because the 4-H kids would write him letters about farming and he would write back, so he was known as Farmer Bob, whose favorite song was Wabash Cannibal. So I would every once in a while play that for Nick, and that's where this song started. If it hadn't been for Nick's stories during the pandemic, and then this one that I happened to randomly see, for once the algorithm got it right, this song would never, and it just popped right out as soon as I read his words. And at the end you can sing along, because we just might sing Farmer Bob's favorite song. Just one part. So for those of you who pay attention to chords, it starts on a minor chord. By the way, I had a violin player on my CD. She plays I can't believe what she did to the song. I wish I could figure out how to do it on a ukulele. I don't play this one a lot, so I need the cheat sheet. This past weekend, Dad and I went down to the farm. We both kept saying, for rush of the engine, hear that lonesome whistle squall. Riding through the woodlands on the Wabash Cannonball. Sometimes songs just come out whole. That is not the case with this next one. I'm sensing that you need to sing along again. So, as you might have guessed, I write a good portion of what I write is, coming from what's going on in life around me, family, whatever. And it's emotion-based, which means it can get a bit, we'll be generous, melancholy. I don't want to call it sad because I don't think I write anything sad. At least I don't want to. But a friend said, well, don't you ever write anything upbeat? Well, when you say that to a songwriter, that is like a challenge. Don't you ever do, I guess I will now. So this song is called the Upbeat Song. I know, I went all out on figuring out the title. And the chorus is definitely sing-alongable, and if you can't figure out the words, just pump your fist every once in a while, and you'll totally see what I mean about that. And yeah, especially on the last line of the chorus, but you'll get all that. So to write this song, I thought, okay, it's upbeat. I need to get away from my folk roots here. And I looked up the top chord progressions for pop songs. For real, I did. And interestingly, I discovered the most popular one starts with a minor chord. Even though it's a very major chordy kind of sound, it hits the minor chord first. So I used that for the verses, and then for the chorus, I took the next two most popular ones and used both of those. So hopefully it's upbeat. I wouldn't call it a pop song, though. It's upbeat. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you pumped up?
Yes.
That was a hint to one of the words. we walk home. La 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 la. One more. La 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 la. Good job, people. All right, we'll go back. So it's almost an hour. I was thinking we might do a jam, but I'm going to do a few more songs if that's okay, and then we'll do that. So I do have my CD back there. I don't set a price for it because I'd rather people just decide what to pay, and I'm not telling you how much it costs me to make it. Anyway,
some of us know.
exactly. So I'm going to do a cover song. This is by Guy Davis. It's one of my favorite songs. Ukulele can be a confusing instrument to play, but I find it very simple in some ways. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to play 2 more songs if that's okay. These are, oh shoot, I didn't do that one. Oh my God. I'll do my cover and then I'll decide. But what I love about ukulele is how much sound you can get out of it with much less effort than it would take on a guitar. And it's not just that there's not 6 strings, it's just, this is a C instrument. I'm a music nerd, sorry. A guitar is a G instrument, but then it's got a couple of strings that aren't quite in. They're in the key of G, but anyway, never mind, I'll get too technical. What I'm saying is I can play something that to me is not very complicated, but to the audience looks complicated. And so you beginning players, I can teach you how to do this. How to impress your friends with a ukulele, oh my God. And this is another sing-alongable song. What it does is when Guy Davis wrote this as a folk song, which means the first line repeats itself a couple of times. Then you have these other 2 lines, and then it goes back and repeats the first line again. So if you get lost, don't worry about it. As Malvina said, just make it up. So anyway, and he does this fun picking thing on his guitar that I don't quite do, but close enough. Let's move that out of your way so you can see it on that side, right? Troubles and you need a helping hand. If you got troubles and you need a helping hand. If you got troubles and you need a helping hand, just come to me. I will be your friend. Courses, I will be your friend. I will be your friend. got nobody to love, just come to me. I will be your friend. Here we go. I will be your friend. I will be your friend. If you are lonely and you got nobody to love, just come to me. I will be your friend. We'll tag the last line, that means we repeat it. Just come to me, and I will be your friend. That's all it is. God's favorite time. So I've been working on writing shorter songs than, these 4.5-minute odes and long things and all that. And I was in one of these songwriting groups, and this song came out. It's called My Heart. If you are of a certain age, you will totally identify with the verses. If you're not that age, it's okay. You'll still like the song. And you'll be laughing at us for singing it. But the chorus is meant to be a sing-along chorus. The chorus is my heart, this girl's got heart. My heart, this girl's got rhythm. Oh, my heart. I had a guy once say, oh my God, I can't sing my... I said, well, then sing this guy's got heart, or if you can point at me, this girl's got heart, or point to whoever's next to you. The main thing is be emphatic about it. Okay, so if you're singing it about yourself, you can hit, this girl's got heart. Because you're here, and for those of you who play ukulele, you've got heart and you've got rhythm. I mean, come on. So, yeah. Again, pop chords. Whoa. Oh, how does this go yet? See, I do know how to go up the neck. I just don't do it all that often. At my annual EKG and an echo, and confirmed I have a heart. Saw it pulsing on the screen in green, grays, and white. Hey, that's my heart. Anybody identify with that? Or I just aged myself out of the room. Oh, well, that's okay. Through a tinny speaker, I listen to my heart. And a heart does not go ba-boom, it goes shaboom, 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 shaboom. The beat and the rhythm of my heart. And here's the chorus, are you ready? My heart, this girl's got heart. My heart, this girl's got rhythm. Oh, my heart, and we do it again. My heart, this girl's got heart. My heart, this girl's got rhythm. Oh, my That song is not on this CD, it's gonna be on the next one because I wrote it too late to put on. So I guess I'll take a break and then we can decide if we're gonna jam a little or what we're gonna do. But Josiah, there's what, tea, coffee, and snacks?
Yep.
There's CDs if you're so inclined to look at it. It is on all the usual streaming services that, pay me a penny for every 10 or 100 listens. And there was something else I was going to say about what I was playing. So there was the chunk. I pick a lot, as you noticed. I was a guitar player, and I just took what I did on guitar and applied it to ukulele. So it looks, and I can sort of explain what I do, but honestly, I don't. It just does what it does. And I'm ADHD, so you'll notice I do not play the same pattern for a whole song. And a lot of ukulele groups, they say, "What's the strumming pattern?" And then and I'm like, your strumming pattern is whatever you feel here and is coming out here. Just hit the beat, the one, at the same time. What you do in between the ones, it doesn't matter. So anyway, so you might have noticed that I alternate between the two because if I tried to do the same thing through the whole song, I would confuse myself. I get lost if I stick to a pattern. So anyway, thank you so much for listening. My name is Sue, and we'll chat for a bit, and then we'll hang out and play, right?
Sounds good.
And I have 2 extra ukuleles. You can't see them both there, but yeah, we do. Oh my gosh, this is that awkward silence part, right?